he's starting to annoy me. I know I saw the tweet today where he said WWE took his love away from professional
Yeah.
wrestling and now he's gotten it back in AEW. And I'm like, you are annoying me with all your tweets.
Right.
You know what's really is like the craziest thing about this, and this is why I just hope he's trolling. Carmella had came out, a couple of months ago and said what she said about WWE. But then, like, over the past couple of days, she was like, I only said that because I was hurt, honestly. And I love WWE, no ill will to WWE. I was there 12 years, and she said, I was just caught off guard and hurt. And I get that. Like, I totally get that if that's really true from Carmella. But this man just continues to talk
100%.
and talk and talk and talk. And it's like, at what point do you think like we actually care anymore? Because I don't care.
Right.
And if it's a troll, are we just going to continue to do this until it wears out like your years in WWE? Like,
let's go.
I'm just saying that's just kind of how I feel if it's a troll.
Hey, Logan Paul, I think this is the same argument that we had right here.
Oh shit. What do I even say now?
Yeah. Oh, wait. Now you didn't wait for that. No, and 100% though, Anthony, with your comment about Carmella, money. 100%. I will pay you to shut the fuck up right now. Even if what you're saying is wrong, I will pay you to shut the fuck up. Even that woman that sat there and took an accidental bump off of Austin with his fucking 4-wheel, I will pay you to shut the fuck up right now.
Right.
That is absolutely, I feel with this, and I like though. That is one thing I will say. It's a very double-edged sword of what I like with AEW. Of their talent will have their characters play into social media. Like Ricochet to me has to be trolling at this point. He knows I literally have to say a sentence and it's gonna piss somebody off.
But I think the comment before MDB, it's both. He worked himself into a shoe, brother. Like, I think because when he was a baby face, people were shitting on him, so he got defensive. And then when he turned heel, he was already kind of arguing with the internet community. So now I just think he's like, at first,
you made me what I am. You're the ones that were throwing toilet paper at me and everything. You made this monster.
So yeah, I literally went from like, fuck everybody, I can't stand you, to like, oh, wait a minute, this is kind of fun. Like, haha. And I mean, I don't think it's a good look. I'm surprised he's burning the bridge with the WWE. We all talked about he got one of the nicest send-offs ever. They left the door wide open.
We didn't know if he was actually leaving.
Yeah. Right? So
they didn't believe it until he literally showed up on AEW because we're like, well, you never know how many people have been thrown out on top of a fucking car.
Right. And again, it's just, it surprises me. And I know what you're saying, Nick. And I think guys like Drew McIntyre, Kevin Owens have done a really good job using social media. But you don't see them on there being like, listen, fuckface, you know nothing. You and your 12 subscribers can fuck right off. Like, you never see that kind of shit. We've seen it from like dozens of AEW talent, of very defensive, even babyface ones, very like seeming fragile at times. But I started to like, if he could convert these tweets into like better promos, he'd be excellent.
Fair enough. Well, I mean, we see that even from so-called journalists of, hey, fuckface and all that. But yeah, I think this is also just a bit. I know we've talked about it. We were going to talk about it. It's a bit of an indictment of just the internet wrestling fandom. Of there is very much a select group of the fan base that like you don't work there. Like the company is not your fucking personality. Mm-hmm. Realistically, like let it go.
Yeah,
he's not your best friend.
It's definitely that, when it comes to certain fans, and Nick is totally right with this, like you giving off stalker vibes with some of your tweets, like stalker vibes of how
Kevin just saying, stay the fuck away from the airport.
Right, like how wrestlers are supposed to wrestle and how wrestlers are supposed to take certain moves. I've seen Jordan Grace go at certain fans because she took a move wrong or she did a dive wrong or things of that sort. And that's kind of where I'm coming from being a stalker. And it's like, I get that in a way, but Ricochet to me is like a baby. That's just like he's the
Back
baby
up,
on
baby.
social media.
Again, it does seem like temper tantrum at times, but I do think there is an element of work to it. But then when he switches into things like, well, WWE made me lose my love for wrestling, now I'm like, now I really think that's true. Like, I think that's him. But we said it. We said it on this channel. Like, he hit a ceiling in WWE. AEW made a lot of sense for him. More money, more opportunity. He can be an AEW world champion. I don't think he could be a WWE world champion.
He drank the Kool-Aid. Why are we mad at the guy that drank the fucking Kool-Aid? He very much of think about it. Would you say right now, and this is a question I'll throw to you and to the floor as a whole, of Ricochet right now, is he higher up or better off than his peak in WWE?
I think maybe equal-ish. Slightly to the not as good.
Anthony?
I feel like it's equal, but I feel like it can be better and get better. But if he continues to do this, even if it is a work, it's just going to turn people off, altogether. And MDB is right. I love Jordan Grace, but she's sometimes a little sensitive on Twitter. But I do think if he continues down this road a little bit, it's going to turn people off, and then it's just going to make his career in AEW worse than what it was.
But has it turned people off when most of what I see, like any sort of match I see with Ricochet, is most people talking about Ricochet? We have a whole moment to where the whole rest of the match is pointing out that he's bald and everything. Like we sat there and had the whole moment to where it was a literal moment to where this man's getting toilet paper thrown on him and everything, right? Like that. Like, I get he's a troll at this point. He's a Twitter troll. He is the IWC barking back at the IWC, but at the same time,
okay,
I think it's working in this aspect because especially A, the company's in, and B, like he's always one of the talking points coming out of any show he's on.
Yeah, I don't know about that. I mean, to an extent, I see what you're saying. But I think ultimately, I mean, I like what he did with the hair thing. Based on like last night when I was watching, I said, Tony Khan, if you ever hear my voice, put Ricochet with the Elite. It works. He is just like them. He's another element.
Diminutive, it doesn't matter. What?
Right? Like, and he's that irritating, pompous side. It works for me. And I'm actually trying to give the man praise because I find the tweeting and the way he goes about it so irritating that I just kind of stopped and went, I think he's trying to irritate me and it's fucking working. So, I mean, that's great. Now it's got to go somewhere. I think part of this problem right now is his flex comes with no muscle, right? Like he literally has not done much. I mean, the other day he lost to Mark. Mark never beats anybody. We love Mark Briscoe, but that's the way it is. I just think there's an opportunity there. You got to put these important people that are getting noticed on social media, on YouTube, on wherever, and book them. Book the Harleys, book the Ricochets, book the talent people want to see, and ask Moxley to take a fucking chill pill.
Well, this is when we get back into the whole discussion we're talking about of you have unlimited ammo. You just can't load the fucking gun right. You put every goddamn bullet backwards type of shit. When it comes to AEW, of what the conversation of who's second, who's third. If AEW has the roster they had and could actually book it properly, right, this isn't a discussion. They're WCW. They're what they envision WCW and everything. Instead, they're more just C-dub-dub-dub.
Yeah, fair enough. I mean, again, I think the guy's got talent. If this is part of his gimmick, I feel bad. His girl's trying to have a music career, and she's getting a whole bunch of shade just because her husband's a dickhead. It's amazing. It's really poor girl. But again, if they can book it and he accomplishes something, and then it justifies him, he can be, all the dick he wants to be, because what are you going to say to him? He's got gold, but he hasn't accomplished shit, and I'd like to see him do that.